FoodLink is a community organization based in Arlington, Massachusetts that rescues fresh food, alleviates hunger, and contributes to environmental sustainability. FoodLink serves people in need in Arlington and the surrounding communities. We partner with 12 local grocery and prepared food stores to bring high-quality fresh fruits, vegetables, meat, dairy, bread, and prepared foods to more than 30 social service agencies. Beneficiary groups include after-school programs, low-income housing facilities, programs for at-risk youth, homeless shelters, food pantries, and senior centers. The organization is powered by more than 100 volunteers.
Our operations began 5 years ago with us picking up bread just a few nights a week from Panera. And now we're operating 7 days a week with collections at about 7 a.m., 9 a.m., and 9 p.m. And we have about 70 volunteer shifts each week that our volunteer coordinator, Matt right here, tries to fill to keep our operations going, because we are volunteer driven. So the question is, why do we do this? Because it is a lot of work. I admit that it is, but it's fun work. One reason is because 126 billion pounds of food each year is wasted in the United States, and that's $218 billion annually that we spend to grow, process, transport, and dispose of food that's never eaten. And in Massachusetts, there's about 1 in 10 people who each day they don't have enough nutritious food to lead an active and healthful lifestyle. And so where FoodLink comes in is we try to reduce that statistic by collecting fresh and good food, and we try to keep it from being wasted.
I remember very clearly walking into the senior center behind Town Hall and seeing some breads and fruits on the table, and I remember it being from Panera and the Heights at that time, and I didn't know what FoodLink was, and I didn't really know where the bread was coming from. And I remember asking somebody at the senior center, what's this? And someone said, it's these people, they glean food, they try to avoid food waste. And I thought, well, that's great. That's, what a nice thing. And at that immediate moment, I didn't give it much more thought. And then over the past 5 years, of course, I've come to know Deanne and Julie and a lot of you and a lot about what FoodLink has done and grown to appreciate it. But in that moment, I never would have imagined that in just a short 5 years, that FoodLink would grow into an organization that would be picking up over 1,000 pounds of food every day, feeding over 5,000 people a month. As Deanne referenced, an organization that has over 140 volunteers, which is just an amazing amount of people from the community coming out to support the great work of FoodLink. And FoodLink has mastered getting that food where it needs to be and supporting the Arlington community at organizations like the Boys and Girls Club, Arlington Eats, the Food Pantry where we are today, the Thompson School, Arlington Housing Authority, the Senior Center where I first saw FoodLink in action, Fidelity House, and so many more organizations in Arlington and beyond. So it's amazing how far it's come in 5 years, and I can't wait to see where it goes in the next 5 and beyond.
Hi, my name is Paul Stockbridge. I'm an Air Force veteran, and I've been staying at the Vets Place in Somerville for about a year. It gives most of us a chance to start over, and they help us with a lot of things, but one thing we're responsible for on our own is food. We supply our own meals, and without FoodLink and organizations like it, there'd be a lot of nights where we wouldn't eat, because most of us have gotten there with basically just a shirt on our back. So when we're all making our appointments at the VA and going out looking for housing and looking for jobs, at least we know that when we get back at night, there's going to be a meal and something waiting in the kitchen.
I don't think I've ever seen an organization, a volunteer-run organization, that has grown as quickly as FoodLink has grown, to serve so many. I mean, coming out of Arlington, really, and starting, I think it started in Deanne's living room, didn't it? We were sorting all of your bread, and I've seen it. Now we have Amelia, the van, And you can see from all the boxes and displays that were put together that this is really spread out to a lot of communities around Arlington, in the greater Arlington area.
Take a stand against hunger by volunteering with FoodLink if you live in or around Arlington. If you'd like to start a similar program in your own community, contact FoodLink today to get started.